Hi everyone, my name is Doron Nissim, and if you don't know me by now, I've been a real estate investor for the past 12 years. I've been buying properties since the last crash, buying, fixing, flipping, doing wholesale, renting properties, owner finance, rent to own, uh, private mortgages, buying in foreclosures, buying in the tax auctions. So I've been doing all that in the past 12 years. We probably sold more than 500 homes, and I've been through a lot. In these videos, I want to talk to you about all the different scenarios and things that happens in real estate. So let's move on to the video. Thank you. Hey everyone, this is Doron Nissim with the Cashflow Friday podcast. And today I want to talk to you about the differences in corporations, LLCs, S Corp, C Corp. I want to say that I'm not an attorney, I'm not a CPA, so this is only for educational purposes. And if you have any questions, reach out back to me. When you're buying a real estate property, you can buy it under your personal name, you can buy it under a company name, or you can buy it under a land trust, which I'm going to talk about it later. The difference is if you buy it under your personal name and it's something that you rent out to people, they can come back after you and sue you if there is any kind of problem with the property. When you put it under a company, then they can go after the company, but not after you personally. So people always prefer, when they buy real estate as an investment, to put it under a company. And company, you have different kind of companies. The best one that I know is an LLC, regular LLC, because it has less regulations, it costs less, there are much less fees, and you can put as many shareholders as you want. You can, even if you have a partner that's not a U.S. Citizen, you can put them on that LLC, and you can use that to buy properties. So that's the most simplest one, cheapest one, and the one that most of the real estate investors use. The other one is an S corp, which is a little bit more complex. You can only put 100 shareholders, which is more than enough if you buy one property. But you have to have board of directors, and you have to have meetings, and there are much more restrictions on an S corp. So usually you do it on a bigger companies that have a lot of profits, and that protect you from paying too much taxes. That's the S corp. The third one is a C corp, which is it's not really good for real estate investors that are U.S. citizens. You're gonna need to pay double tax on the corporate level and on the personal level, and there are also the strict rules like the S corp, and usually it's not a good option if you're a U.S. citizen to do a C corp. People that are not U.S. citizens, they use that if they have a lot of profits, or they use their regular LLC. But always consult a CPA and an attorney, tax attorney. They can tell you exactly which entity is going to be good for you, which one is going to work better for a specific property. If it's a commercial property, if it's a bigger property, if it's one single family, you might not even need that. So always consult a CPA before you do something if you don't know what you're doing. The next thing that I want to talk to you is land trust. And what are land trusts? Land trust is a document that an attorney can draft, and basically it's an entity that you do. It's not you don't submit it to the state. It's an internal document that you have. You send it to the title company once you close on the property, so they can see who is the trustee, who is the people that are in charge. The beneficiaries of the land trust are the beneficiary of the land trust, and who has a role in the land trust. And the good thing about it is, on title, it only shows the trustee. So you can put an attorney as a trustee, and they're only the agent for the land trust. And basically, the owner of the property is does not show on public records. The land trust owners does not show on public records. It's strictly confidential, and only the trustee and the title company can know who has the beneficial interest. Beneficial interest. The beneficiary basically of the land trust is the one that's holding the property. They are the owners of the property, basically. And a lot of real estate investors use trusts. A lot of attorneys use trusts. A lot of attorneys for estate use trusts because it's a good way to put properties under a land trust. You can always change the beneficiary. You can always change the trustee without doing any changes in the title. So that's also a very big advantage. And it doesn't cost much. It doesn't cost much to do a land trust, and you can put a beneficiary as yourself and then change it to a LLC. It's also an internal document that you just file, and it's a great way to hold properties under a land trust. Also, I want to tell everybody that if you're looking to invest in real estate and not sure about the LLC, and not sure about the entity that you want to buy, not sure about the property, not sure about the cash flow, not sure about anything, or you're already investing in real estate and find that you don't have much time to manage the properties, you can't manage the income, the maintenance, all that stuff, you should consider investing with a group, syndication, that they're buying much bigger properties, they have much more profits and things like that, and be a partner in that syndication. Being a part of syndication doesn't mean that you're not part of the property. It actually means that you're partner in the property, and as a limited partner, you don't need to do much, but you still enjoy the monthly cash flow, the quarterly cash flows, and the equity from the property. That's a really good way for people that has a lot of income, monthly income from a job or W-2 job, offset cost and have depreciation, and that way you can pay much less taxes. Again, I'm not a CPA, so you can consult your CPA about that, but it's a good way to offset taxes, pay less taxes, have depreciation on your tax income, and invest in real estate without doing the day-to-day operations, without doing very annoying things, jobs like taking tenants calls, fixing things, and taking care of your property to make sure it's cash flowing and goes up in value. There are much more experienced people that do that with nicer, bigger properties, multifamilies with 50, 100, 200, 300 doors. And the equity and the value goes up so much that with a little bit of investment, a minimum investment, you can have it much more income coming in every month or quarterly. So you can check that option, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, and I can help you decide what's better for you. Always, I want to remind everyone that when you want to buy a property, if it's an investment property, always look on your income and expenses. Make sure you buy it in a specific entity that's for you as tax purposes. And always make sure you have cash flow coming in, because if there is no cash flow, the property will not cash flow. It's not a good investment, and you'll have a hard time selling it. Unless it's a vacant property or it's a value add property that you're going to add value to the property, and you know that you're going to add value and there's going to be much more income coming in. But still, you want to make sure there is enough cash flow to cover all your expenses, to cover your mortgage, taxes, insurance, all that, and you have some stuff coming in, some money coming in every month to your own personal income. That's it. My name is Doron Nissim with the Cash Flow Friday podcast. Thank you so much. See you next time.